Welcome back to Josh and Kristie Stealing the Internet. I'm Josh.
And I'm Kristie. We've got some great Reddit stories for you today, so let's get going.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to go on a family vacation after my mother-in-law wanted all the kids to wear the same thing?
What was the thing? What was the thing you had to wear? I don't know. Because matching outfits, like matching t-shirts, kind of cute. If it's something weird, I'm noping out of there.
Let me start by explaining. My husband, Adam, 35 male, is not the biological father of my children, Monica, 9 female, and Daniel, 12 male. My first husband, their biological father, Sebastian, 40 male, left us for another woman after Monica was born. Adam's family gets together every year for a vacation. My mother-in-law, Donna, 59 female, is a photographer. Over the years, she's focused primarily on weddings, but this year she decided she wanted to do a private session for the whole family right during the holidays. Nothing wrong with that, right? But she bought clothes for all the children. They're all the same. Girls have bright pink dresses and they're expected to have braids and the same hair accessories or even handbags. Boys are expected to wear bright blue pants, white t-shirts, and blue jackets. How long should they wear it? For a whole week. Every day. Because the session is supposed to be spontaneous. And my mother-in-law doesn't want to limit herself to one day when there are so many attractions ahead of us.
One shirt for a whole week? That's going to be a smelly bunch of kids by the end of the week.
It's not just a shirt, it's like a cute little suit for all the boys and like a pink dress for all the girls.
They're kids. They're going to spill stuff all over them. It's going to be stained by the end of the week. This is a terrible idea on Grandma's part.
But she wants those spontaneous photos.
Yeah, but just do one day. One day is enough to get a good photo shoot.
What's the problem besides that? My daughter hates dresses. Well, my son tried his outfit and decided it was uncomfortable and that he didn't want to wear it for that long. I tried talking to my mother-in-law about it and even suggested that maybe my kids wouldn't be in the photos or would only be in some of them. She really didn't like that. 4 conversations later, Donna decided that if my kids didn't show up in those outfits, they might as well not go on vacation.
Okay, that's a little extreme.
Well, okay. I talked to my children again and we decided that we would spend our vacation somewhere else. Later, I spoke with my husband's sister, Sarah, 29. Initially, the topic was different, but at one point, she asked about something vacation-related. If we'd go somewhere together once we were in Italy. I told her unfortunately no, we can't, because I wasn't going. She was very surprised, but it wasn't a big deal at the time. The thing is, the next day when I woke up, I had a ton of messages from some of Adam's family members and his mother. Mostly from his mother. All the messages were angry. There were a lot of threats and guilty trap attempts.
Of course there were. Ah, family.
Adam has been on my side up until now, and wanted to stay with me and the kids, but after all this, he suddenly changed sides, and now he's pissed at me. He said I was an asshole and that it was unfair that I'm ruining a family event because my kids can't be uncomfortable for a while, and started complaining that other kids in the family somehow don't have a problem with it, etc., etc.
For a while? You're making them wear the same uncomfortable outfit a whole week. That's not a while.
We had a big fight about it, and now he's staying at his parents' house. Am I the asshole?
Not at all. Your mother-in-law is prioritizing her photo shoot over the rest of the vacation and everybody's comfort and fun on this vacation. Everybody's going to be miserable because she's going to be doing this photo shoot the entire week. I get, making your kids wear the outfit if it's like a short afternoon photo shoot. Yeah, make them wear the outfit. But making your kids be uncomfortable for a whole week is insane. And I have a lot of sensory issues. I was so particular about my clothing. I still am, but especially when I was a kid. If I had to wear that scratchy Easter dress my mom made me wear on Easter, for a whole week, I would have had a meltdown. I would have held a grudge against my mother for way longer, that would have been a huge, big deal. You can't torture your kids.
It does sound like they're in cute little Easter outfits, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I was like, yes, I will wear the itchy Easter dress to church, but I'm taking it off as soon as we get home.
You can put the tight braids in the girl's hair and everything, and it's horrible for a few hours, but a whole week.
That is insane.
That's for kids. I could see you doing this if you had a bunch of adult influencers.
Yeah.
Or just adults that were willing to go along with mom's profession this much.
I feel like this is just torturing the children, and that is not okay.
Yeah, what is mom going to do with these photos? Is it just for her?
I think so. Yeah, she just wants the perfect photo shoot.
Yeah.
She's prioritizing this way too much over everybody else's comfort, and like, this is going to be a horrible vacation. I wouldn't want to go on this vacation. It sounds like it's going to be miserable with Mom trying to get the perfect photo shoot the whole time.
It does sound like Mom's going to be like, oh, I need a really natural shot, so if you go over there, and you go over there, and like,
Yeah.
It's going to be a very, like, organized natural shot, right?
Yeah. But she wants spontaneous shots. She doesn't want spontaneous shots. She wants shots that look spontaneous the way she wants them to look, though. So she's going to try and, like, position everyone and then be like, act natural!
This isn't a vacation.
Yeah.
This is a job.
Yeah, yes. She's turning this vacation into a chore and a job. I would not go. I don't understand why husband suddenly flipped. I mean, I do because his family's all on his case suddenly, but that is not... I hate him for flipping like that.
Yeah. I understand it a little. It is tough when all of your family's like, no, you're an asshole, but you gotta stick to your guns a little.
Yeah, he was on his wife's side initially. Like, he saw her point of view, and suddenly he's like, nope, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Top comment. Your mother-in-law took family photo to a whole new level of controlling. Expecting kids to wear the same outfit all week just for random pics? That's not fun. That's exhausting. And your husband switching sides after pressure from his mom is super disappointing. You stood up for your kids' comfort, and that matters, not the asshole at all.
Exactly what I said. But yes, I am very proud of her of standing up for her kids' comfort and not being like trying to fit in with her in-laws and stuff and caving to them.
And then somebody replied to that, this isn't a vacation, this is a hostage situation, complete with prison uniforms and structured days for the inmates.
Yes. Like, this does not sound... You're like... It's in Italy. I didn't even know that till the end when she said that.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, a vacation in Italy. That's nice. No, it's not. Not this vacation in Italy.
There's something weird to me about going to another country, like, in matching uniforms and, like, doing photo shoots there.
Yeah.
It seems extreme tourism, right?
Yeah, all the locals are going to be like, whoa, what's up with the weird tourists?
Yeah, you're that tourist group.
Those clothes are going to be so disgusting by the end of the week. Little kids wearing the same outfit for a week, sweating and getting grass stains and food stains all over them.
Yeah, they're 9 and 12, so they're not like teenagers, but they're bad in a different way, right?
Right. They're grubby.
Yeah, they're grubby. Instead of stinky, they're grubby.
Am I the asshole for refusing to reschedule my wedding because my sister might be pregnant then?
What do you mean, might be pregnant? What does that mean? Is she not pregnant yet?
Nope.
No? How does she know that she's gonna be pregnant during the... This is crazy. Okay, go ahead.
I, 28 female, am getting married next March. So that's like 8 months away.
Okay.
We've already booked the venue, vendors, and sent save the dates. Everything's been going smoothly until my sister, 32 female, dropped a bomb. She and her husband are trying for a baby, and she told me there's a chance she could be due around my wedding date. She said, if I'm pregnant, I'll be too uncomfortable to be in the wedding or possibly even attend. Can you move it back a few months just in case?
Back? Back sounds worse. What do you mean back? Oh, no. Okay, she does not understand how babies work, does she?
I'm thinking no, because this is insane.
Either she has, like, what's a proper podcast way to say her husband has magic sperm? Because you're not gonna get it in the first try, probably. Like, a lot of people try for a while. Go forward, if anything.
I thought she was joking. She's not even pregnant yet. She hasn't even confirmed ovulation yet, by her own words, but she insists that I'm being rigid and disrespectful for not accommodating a possible future niece or nephew.
I'm sorry, does confirmed ovulating mean that they aren't trying yet?
I don't know exactly. I mean, I know, like, a lot of people, like, figure out their ovulation schedule and, like, I'm ovulating this day, we gotta do it this day.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me, like they're not, like, trying yet.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what that means, because I've never tried to get pregnant.
It's fair. I'm kind of mad about this so far.
I told her I love her, but I'm not moving a wedding that's been planned for a year because something that may or may not happen. Now my mom is calling me selfish and saying family comes first. My fiance is furious and says if she doesn't come, that's on her. I honestly don't know anymore. I didn't expect this to become a family fight. Am I the asshole?
No. That's the craziest reason I've ever heard anyone try to move a wedding. What do you mean? You might be pregnant. You're not gonna be. It's gonna take, you're gonna be like 6 months, maybe.
Most people do not get pregnant on the first, month they're trying. Most people, it takes months.
It does. And the idea that you're just like, want to push her back her wedding indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
If she had said, even, can we move it forward a few months, which still is a crazy ass thing to request.
Yes.
But at least you're moving it in the right direction.
Yes, that's what I thought too. But okay, first of all, asking someone to move a huge personal life event that's already planned.
Yeah.
To accommodate your possible life event is insane to me.
I don't think it's that weird if your sister is like 8.5 months pregnant to be like, hey, I'm sorry, I cannot make the wedding. Video conference me in or something.
Yeah.
That's not weird.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people be like 8 months pregnant and still go to a wedding.
Oh, I have too. But I'm just saying, if she decides...
if she has complications or something and is, can't make it to the wedding, it's, oh well... video, FaceTime her in.
Yeah, it's, oh well, it kind of sucks that it worked out that way, but I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, what does Reddit think about this? I cannot believe a single person is not on her side.
If family does indeed come first, then tell your sister and your mom that your sister should put off getting pregnant for at least a year. You are not overreacting. Your family is being incredibly insensitive and rude. Go forth with your wedding plans as you have them and enjoy your day.
I didn't even consider that. If she's not trying yet, she could put off trying for like 2 months.
Right? I was like, if she even, they said put it off for a year, but she doesn't have to put it off that long. No. If she just puts it off for 2 months, she won't be more than 6 months pregnant at the wedding.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
And that's not that bad.
You're just waddling a little at worst.
Which seems so much less of an inconvenience to everybody than putting off your wedding indefinitely.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Also, people often don't get pregnant the first time they try. What happens if OP complies and pushes the wedding a few months and it takes sister a few months to get pregnant? Does OP push the wedding back a second time?
Yeah, it sounds insane. You're just agreeing to push back your wedding indefinitely. Does she have some sort of sisterly plan to make sure she has a baby before you get married? That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Mom and sis have it back asswards. You have already planned your wedding. Sis isn't even pregnant. She can delay trying to get pregnant until she's sure her due date would come later. Family comes first, and you're first.
Right?
Yeah, people are saying flip it on her and tell her, if you're too pregnant, I just won't be comfortable having you at my wedding. Maybe you should just put off trying to get pregnant for a little bit. And then when the sister's not willing to do that, tell the sister that she's being rigid and disrespectful for not accommodating the most important day of your life.
I can't think of any scenario where it would be a better idea to push back the wedding.
Yeah, I knew you were automatically going to go NTA on this one. I think everyone is, but it was just so outrageous. I was like, why is sister and mom...
And mom, yeah.
doing this? This is insane. Yeah, that's all the comments. Nobody on Reddit thinks she's the asshole.
No.
But I thought it was an insane story.
If anything, I would want you to scroll through the comments and find that one person that said you're the asshole and see how badly they were downvoted.
Hey, if you're enjoying the stories so far this week, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. It lets us know that we should keep making fun content like this for you guys.
Yeah, we really appreciate you watching. Will I be the asshole if I ask my wife to stop doing this weird role play?
If you're not into it, not the asshole. What's so weird about it? Well, tell me, I want to hear about people's weird kinks.
It's interesting that you went straight to kink.
I don't...
Dirty mind.
Dirty mind. I used to be so innocent.
And then you went on the internet. So recently my laptop broke, and while I was waiting for it to be fixed, I needed to use my wife's laptop. This had never been a problem before. This time, however, I noticed that she was logged into Facebook, which was strange in itself because she claimed she didn't have an account there, but under a different male name and surname. I admit that it intrigued me and I looked there.
Okay, that's not going where I thought it was going.
No, it is not.
Okay.
I have no idea who the profile picture belongs to, but basically the entire profile was dedicated to volleyball. The man was a former player who had to retire from the game after an injury, but still shared information about it. He also came from a small town, which, when I googled it, is actually a small village in Germany. He also had a wife and 2 children, whose profiles I also found, and which ultimately led me down the rabbit hole. All these people came from the same place. Some had real photos, some disturbingly candid-looking ones. Others had anime profiles, others had gaming profiles, and so on.
These are all things his wife has created?
She's creating like a little village.
She's created a village of fake people on Facebook? This is weird.
Each profile had a theme. Some shared links to Reddit, Twitter, etc. Some of the links were still active. The man whose profile I was using belonged to groups that included other strange accounts. One of the groups that popped up most often was a conspiracy theorist. I also saw his messages, and they looked like those of a real person. They went on for months, sometimes with photos and so on.
How much time is she spending on all of this? This is insane.
I didn't understand what I was looking at. My wife was still at the store, so I closed Facebook and went through her laptop. I know.
I think at that point it's a little justified.
I would agree. This is it might be serial killer stuff, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I would need to dig deeper.
I found a ton of folders, labeled with names, photos, a timeline, and future plans for this character. Even things like change in views, change profile picture, marriage, TikTok controversy were included. When my wife came back, I asked her about it right away. I didn't even have a theory about it. I was just confused. It all seemed surreal.
Yeah.
My wife brushed me off, not seeming bothered at all. She said it was her role play for fun. But since then, I can't stop thinking about it. There were over 100 of these folders. Over 100 characters who interact with each other, even though they are all my wife.
That is insane. How much time is she spending on this? Wait, are they interacting with people that aren't the wife too? It sounded like that one she was talking with.
It sounds like they might be in some groups and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. They are definitely messaging each other. I don't know if they're messaging other people.
This is weird, but like harmless weird if she's just messaging her other characters. If she's messaging like real people, this is like catfishing. What the heck?
It's absolutely like catfishing if she's messaging other people, right? This really strikes me as strange, and from now on, every time I look at my wife, I just think about it. I want to ask her to stop doing this, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. I mean, technically she doesn't do anything super bad, and I don't think she interacts with real people.
Oh, okay. That makes it better, but this is weird.
But it's still disturbing for me. So, would he be the asshole?
I think you need to, communicate with your wife more. Ask her more about this. Get more in depth. Find out why she's doing it, what she likes about it. Why?
It's crazy, isn't it?
But yeah, okay, it is kind of harmless if she's not interacting with other real people. But like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
Just get The Sims and play The Sims.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I feel like she just decided, like, The Sims is not enough for me. I gotta go real.
Real life Sims.
Yeah.
And that's weird. There are, like, so many more, like, acceptable, like, games.
Yeah.
That she could be playing to, like, get this fix that she needs or whatever, like, this role-playing fix. But, like, to make real-life Facebook profiles for more than 100 people and have folders outlining their life and their timeline and everything is so weird.
She's
so in-depth.
It's so in-depth. It sounds like it could be, like, a super amazing, like, YouTube series, though.
Yeah.
If you just made a whole fake town and did controversy, I don't know. I'd at least watch one episode.
Yeah, I don't know why she's doing this, but you need to talk to her and find out more. And because I don't think I could get over it until I talked to her and found out more. It would always just be in the back of my mind, like, what is she doing? Is she making fake people? It's just, I would not be able to stop thinking about it.
Right. The comments are kind of split between it's a creative hobby and she's catfishing.
Yeah.
So, kind of like us.
Yeah.
Here's one comment. It sounds to me like a creative hobby. Sort of a mashup of being an author and an actor. You probably embarrassed her by confronting her about it, hence defensiveness, but it sounds pretty harmless. And then somebody replied to that, to be honest, my first thought was this feels like how a lot of people play The Sims. Total personalities, stories, characters, lives, etc., all planned out. I'm not super chill with using people's photos or even AI if I'm honest, if that's what the images are, But beyond that, if she isn't having real-life affairs and genuinely catfishing people, is there really any harm?
Yeah, it's all depends on if she's talking to real people or not. Because if she's not, it's like a harmless but slightly odd thing. But if she's talking to real people, I would not be okay with that.
That's kind of what everyone's saying, is like, as long as she's not actively catfishing people, it's just kind of a harmless creative output. So, get more info. Make sure she's not like some sort of Nigerian prince.
I'm just concerned that it seems like she's been hiding this from you. I mean, is she just embarrassed, or is there something more sinister going on there?
I don't know. If you had 100 Facebook profiles, would you tell me about it?
I can't even imagine having 100 Facebook profiles. But I mean, probably yes. I tell you like everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm an oversharer.
This is my fun hobby where I just build a city in Germany.
So weird.
And a lot of people are saying she really just needs to play The Sims.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for picking my wife up from the airport 10 minutes late?
I'm going to say not the asshole just because it is so hard to pick someone up on time at the airport. You have to fight through traffic all the way to the airport, and then there's like a big backlog at the pickup gate, and sometimes you have to sit in a cell phone lot beforehand. It's so hard to get there at the right time.
Yeah.
But I feel like there might be a but somewhere in there.
Here's what happened. My wife was due to fly into one of the most popular airports in the world last night at around 9 p.m. Her landing time was 8:50, no checked luggage, so I told her I'd be there at 9. At about 8:05 p.m., she apparently started calling my phone, but unfortunately I didn't see/hear the calls until 8:15 p.m. This is because, like her, I keep my iPhone with the little silent switch on at all times, so that it just vibrates. I didn't hear the vibrations because I had my gaming headset on and was gaming/talking with friends. Keep in mind, I wasn't expecting any calls from her until after she landed.
Wait, yeah, she's calling from the plane? Or maybe she's on the ground early? I don't know.
When I finally realized she was calling me, I looked at my phone by chance. I picked it up and she told me that her plane had landed early. In this airport, unheard of.
Okay, I will say, she should have sent you the plane confirmation number and you should have been checking that every now and then.
She told me to leave now. I just said, okay, I'll see you soon, and hung up. This is where the aita comes in.
You finished your game, didn't you?
I thought it was fine to finish my online match and left the house 10 minutes later. I drove to the airport and there was a ton of traffic, as usual and as expected.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't pull up to where her and her friend were waiting until about 9:05. As fate would have it, that was pretty much the original time we had planned on picking her up.
Yeah, I was like, technically you nailed it. If you would have, but you gotta pay attention to that arrival time, man. They update it all online now.
To make a long story somewhat shorter, my wife sprung the fact that we had to bring her friend home as well, which I was fine with. They live a few minutes away, and everything was fine until after we dropped the friend off. Then my wife showed me how upset she was that I made her wait an extra 10 minutes, and that there was a huge difference between waiting 30 minutes and waiting 40 minutes.
Did he admit to it, or was she just staring at him on Find My Friends?
I don't know, because she started calling him at 8:05.
Yeah.
And he didn't get there till 9:05, so she was waiting for him for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, you're a bit of an asshole for not being more on top of it, I think. Are you even done reading it?
No.
Okay.
At first, I kind of laughed it off and tried not to be upset back at her, but inside I was thinking, hello, I'm doing you a favor by driving to the airport and picking you up in the first place. Why are you getting upset over waiting 10 minutes longer than you wanted when people sometimes wait hours to be picked up at the airport? Eventually, we had a little back and forth about it, but I was just sick of arguing over something so small, to me, and I wanted to just agree to disagree. And my wife was also sick of talking to me if I wasn't going to apologize. So I went to sleep. Am I the asshole? I feel like this isn't an apology-worthy event. You can't just land almost an hour early and expect your driver, even if they're your husband, to drop everything they're doing and come pick you up immediately, right?
No, you can. Your husband? Yes, you can.
Yes. Also, I hate how he says, I'm doing you a favor by picking you up at the airport. No, you're her husband. That is part of your husbandly responsibility.
It absolutely is. It's just your spouse. You pick them up from the airport. That's not weird.
Yeah, like that is just something you do. You're not doing her a favor. This
No.
is expected that you pick up your spouse from the airport.
You're doing it because it's just the spousely thing to do, and so that they don't have to spend $80 on an Uber. Like, it's expensive to Uber out back from the airport, and like, you're saving money there too. So I had to pick my sister up from the airport like last week.
Yeah.
And she sent me her flight number. And I checked the flight number until she was in the air.
Yep.
Because I was afraid that plane would leave like an hour early or an hour late, and I didn't want her to have to sit at the airport, and I didn't want to sit at the airport. And then I checked a couple times while she was in the air to make sure it didn't arrive early.
If you are responsible for picking someone up from the airport, you get that flight info, you check until it's in the air, and then periodically throughout the flight to make sure that you're going to be on time to pick them up.
Yeah, you don't have to be crazy and like watch the plane fly across the screen, but just like
check periodically, see how it's going.
Yeah,
make
once
sure it
an
didn't
hour.
crash.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
Yeah, and like I don't want anybody to have to wait on me, like especially with a crazy airport. I will go a little bit early and just sit in the cell phone lot and wait for you to call me.
Me too.
And then be like, okay, I will be there as soon as I can get out of the cell phone lot and over to the pickup area, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I like to go in the cell phone lot when I'm picking people up because you had to endure an airplane.
Yes.
You don't have to endure me picking you up late. Like,
Agreed.
You've had a worse day than me by default. Let me do this little extra thing for you. And she's your wife, so you definitely need to do that extra thing for her. No, he's the asshole.
Top comment, am I the only one who tracks people's flights when I'm picking them up from the airport?
Right?
Edit, just to be clear, OP isn't the asshole for not knowing that flight tracking exists. He's the asshole for having his phone on silent when he knew his wife was on her way, and for continuing the game even after she got through to him. And he has only confirmed it by being an asshole in many of his comments.
I also agree you should have your phone on. Or noticeable. Like, I like to keep my cell phone on vibrate too. But when I need to, like, pick someone up from the airport...
Or if you're expecting a call or something, you make sure you have it where you can see it.
Exactly.
Or turn the volume on.
You turn the volume on, or you set it on the table in front of you so you can see that screen light up.
Agreed.
And I actually don't think you're an asshole for finishing your 10-minute game. 10 minutes of a video game isn't that much. It's everything else that makes you the asshole, in my opinion. Because you would have been a little bit of an asshole to your friends to ditch them. But no, I think everything else was such asshole behavior that the game is almost not part of the equation.
You're the asshole. I'm doing her a favor. Your wife picking her up at the airport is you doing her a huge favor? What a chivalrous husband you are. Jeepers creepers, dude. And she told you her plane landed early, but rather than leave early, you played an online video game? That's super important. Good grief.
Jeepers creepers.
Jeepers creepers.
Maybe I'm too much of maybe I'm too much of a elite gamer, but I can't blame you for finishing the video game.
I don't know.
But you were already so late. So maybe you should have just closed it and walked off. I don't know.
He continued playing the game to the point where he was even late to the original pickup time. And she called him and told him she was early and come get her now. And he kept going until he was past when he was supposed to leave originally.
So he got there at what, 9:05?
Yeah, he said he'd be there at 9 and he got there at 9:05, which isn't crazy, but when she's already been waiting an hour.
So her plane was scheduled to touch down at 8:50.
Yeah.
I would assume you get there 10 minutes after. So I feel like he's not late to the original time.
He's 5 minutes later than he said, which is not crazy for airport traffic.
That's acceptable for airport traffic. That's actually pretty good for airport traffic. But the fact that you weren't tracking the flight is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane to me. And like that he was angry at his wife for interrupting his game and then being mad that he wasn't on time, you know? I don't know. He's the asshole in my opinion. That he was doing her a huge favor. That blows my mind.
That sentence right there was like, you lost all hope.
Yeah, I don't think he sees his marriage as a partnership. It's more like, what can they do for each other? You're
not just sitting at home being like, I miss my wife. I'll go get her. Am I the asshole for not letting my friend's boyfriend join our girls' trip because he doesn't trust other men?
But there's not going to be other men there. Girls only.
There's probably men somewhere nearby.
It's a girls' trip. No boys allowed. Get out. Not the asshole, in my opinion. And I would not be comfortable on a girls' trip if somebody's random boyfriend just showed up.
It happens, though, right?
I don't like it.
Every summer, I go on a girls' trip with 4 of my closest friends. We've done this since college. It's our time to catch up, unwind, and be away from everything. This year, one friend, Abby, 29 female, asked if her boyfriend could come along because he gets anxious when she travels without him. He's never met any of us and has zero interest in our itinerary, just doesn't want her to go alone.
Controlling much?
I said no. It's a girls' trip. He's not our friend. He wasn't invited. I don't want to censor myself or tiptoe around a stranger just because he has trust issues.
That seems valid. Like, on a girls' trip, you're usually, like, staying all in the same place together, and, like, you're in your PJs. You don't want a guy around for that.
Yeah, you get, like, one Airbnb or something.
Yeah, and, like, I mean, you go out during the day, but at night you come back and have drinks and play, you know.
Yeah, like board games while you're drinking.
Yeah.
Or something.
I was like, well, maybe that's not what most other people do on girls' trips, but that's what me and my friends do on girls' trips, is we go out during the day, and then late at night we come back home and play board games and get drunk.
Yeah, I mean,
and our pajamas. I don't want guys around for that.
Some girls might hit a club.
Yeah.
Get dressed up and go hit a club. Now Abby says I'm being controlling, and that she might not come at all because he's more important than a vacation.
I think Abby's confused about which one of them is controlling. It's the boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything super weird about going on a girls' trip with your friends.
Yeah, like, you never think it's weird when I go on a girls' trip with my girlfriends.
Yeah, no, I trust you. It's not about trusting other men, it's about trusting you.
Yeah!
Our friend group is split. Half agree with me, and the other half say we should be more inclusive. But I really don't want a dude hovering over every dinner and hike. Am I the asshole?
Oh, she's a fun person. Their girls' trips include hikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want a guy there for, yeah. She sounds like she's doing my kind of girl trips, and I don't want boys there for, no boys allowed.
It does sound more like your girls' trips, where it's like, let's go hiking, not like, let's go hit clubs in Vegas.
Yeah.
But there's men in those woods.
Actually, our girls' trips are like, let's go to Harry Potter World.
Right.
Not the asshole. If Abby doesn't want to come without her boyfriend, that's on her, but I don't think the boyfriend should be invited. I do feel a little bit concerned about Abby because it seems like her boyfriend is very controlling and is trying to isolate her from her friends. But I don't know, as like Abby's friend, if there's anything you can do to help her get out of that situation. But I would not invite that boyfriend on the girls' trip.
There's nothing you can do at this point.
Yes.
Because it sounds like you're just continuing the argument.
Yeah.
You do hear about it, though, right? Like, boys' trips and girls' trips, somebody brings their new girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then those two just disappear.
Yeah, I was like, it's not a girls' trip anymore. It's the rest of the girls and the couple usually goes off, you know?
Or the rest of the girls having to endure the couple being all cutesy-wootsy.
Ugh, that's not what you want on a girls' trip.
It's really not. Top comment pretty much is just echoing you. Or maybe you're echoing them because top comment is 4 days ago. Did that blow your mind?
Yeah.
Funny who is being called controlling in this situation. I feel like I did so much build up for that. Not even a full sentence. Another comment. So what if you are inclusive and it ends up sucking? Will they reimburse you? Also at 29, those friends don't see that as a red flag. She can't go on a girls' trip, but you're the controlling one. What did she say when you pointed that out?
Yeah, Abby's new boyfriend sucks. And he can't come.
No, everyone in the comments is pretty much just saying, no boys allowed.
Yeah.
And that's a red flag. They're a little worried about how controlling her boyfriend is.
It is definitely a red flag. Are you ready for my story? Because it's about a boys' trip that didn't go well.
Oh, we're going with theme, all right.
Apparently. Am I the asshole for not believing my husband when a woman showed up claiming she's pregnant with his baby?
Oh, that really didn't go well. I don't know. I suppose if you just believe this strange woman, you might have your suspicions about your husband already.
This has been messing with my head for a week and I need to get it out. My husband went to his best friend's bachelor party about 2 months ago. It was out of town, guys only weekend type deal. I knew they'd be drinking and there'd probably be women involved. He told me that it was just strippers and I didn't love that, but I let it go. We've been married 4 years and I've never had a reason not to trust him. Last week, this woman shows up at my work. Not even at our house, my work.
Should have channeled your inner Abby's boyfriend and just gone along.
She asks if I'm married to him and then tells me she's pregnant and thinks the baby is his. Said she met him at a party that weekend. Said he was drunk and they hooked up. She said she tried reaching out to him, but he ignored her, so she found me.
Okay.
She wasn't yelling or crazy or anything, just calm, like she'd made peace with whatever happened. She told me she's not looking for anything from me or him yet, just wants to make sure he knows, and asked if he'd be willing to take a test later on.
How did she find you?
I assume through social media. That's how everybody finds everybody these days.
That's fair, I guess.
I didn't even know what to say. I just stared at her. She gave me her number and left.
So crazy.
That night, I confronted him, and he denied everything. Said he blacked out that night, but swears nothing like that happened. Said the guys hired dancers and there was some touching, but he didn't sleep with anyone. He swears it's not true. But if he blacked out, how would he even know?
He wouldn't.
I told him he's going to take the test when the time comes. He agreed, but he's been acting like I betrayed him for even considering it could be true. Like I'm the one doing something wrong. My friends are split. Some think the whole thing sounds shady and she's probably just trying to pin it on someone. Others say if she went to me instead of blowing it up on social or acting wild, maybe she's telling the truth.
Maybe, yeah, it's kind of nice that she's not goddamn insane about it.
Yeah, like she's handling this very calmly, which is nice.
That is nice, yeah. I'm not saying that it's nice that she's, your husband might have, knocked up another woman, but it's nice that she's rational.
The other woman is not being batshit crazy about it, so yeah that's good.
She didn't attack you.
I'm trying to keep my head on straight, but feel like I'm losing it. Would I be the asshole for not standing by him right now when he says he didn't do it? I don't know who to believe anymore.
I don't think your husband put forth a very convincing case.
He did not, right?
He's like, no, I blacked out, and I just fondled some women.
But I didn't sleep with anyone. Not that I can remember because I was blacked out, but that wouldn't have happened.
No, that's not convincing at all. What are you even doing touching girls?
Right? Like okay, there's strippers there for the bachelor party.
Okay.
I kind of get, don't touch them though, looks only.
Exactly. That was like, there is a difference between a stripper touching you at a bachelor party and you touching a stripper at a bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Sometimes at a bachelor party, like you're single, you gotta go along with the group. You don't want to be that married friend who's like, no, I can't go and have fun.
Yeah.
You gotta keep people having fun. It's for the groom. You don't have to go and get like a lap dance.
Yeah. Go to the strip club and like just hang out, but maybe don't be super participation-y and into it.
Yeah, you can sip your beer and behave.
Yeah.
I don't need to go into too many details on what happens at a bachelor party. Just behave. It's not hard.
This is why I would trust you to go to a bachelor party, because I feel like you are rational about this and, like, I trust you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I understand you're going there to, like, support your friend, and bachelor parties have strippers for all the single guys and stuff, but I trust you to behave yourself as a married man.
Yes. I don't have any faith in your husband either.
This husband obviously did not behave as a married man.
He definitely did not behave. And you're allowed to make him get the test.
I feel like the woman that he supposedly slept with saying that she wants him to take the paternity test is putting a lot more validity behind her claim. Like, if she knew he wasn't the father because they didn't sleep together, she would not be like, let's get a test done.
Yeah, right?
So, like, if she was trying to pin it on somebody that wasn't actually the dad, she would not be requesting a test.
I feel like as the wife in this situation, just make sure you're kind of in control of the test to a certain degree, right?
Yes. If you get like a lawyer and the courts involved and stuff in the paternity test,
you almost have to.
They go through and they like do it like right and make sure there's no like swapping of samples.
Right. You can get those before the baby's even born, right?
Yes, that's the top comment. Prenatal paternity test. It's a simple blood draw you can find out very quickly.
Okay.
Get that ASAP, in my opinion.
How prenatal can it be?
I don't know. Somewhere in the comments, one of them told me, but I don't remember.
I could Google it while you're... A non-invasive prenatal paternity test analyzes fetal DNA found in the mother's blood to determine paternity before birth.
Okay.
And they can be performed as early as the end of the first trimester.
Okay.
So if she knows she's pregnant...
She's 2 months pregnant. The party happened 2 months ago. So she's got to wait like another month before they can do the prenatal paternity test.
But yeah, I mean, I would make him get the test too. I don't know.
She's asking for a DNA test and says she doesn't want anything for now. So it sounds like she's not sure who the father is, and it's a possibility he did have sex with her, whether he remembers it or not.
Right.
So, yeah, it sounds like she's not sure who the dad is, but it could be him because she did sleep with him, but there might have been other guys.
Yeah.
So, but she just wants him to know, hey, it might be yours.
Maybe she was drunk too. I don't know. Like, there's no... Just get the test, and you're gonna have to work out the fact that he was being a little handsy with women on this bachelor party.
The fact that she asked for the test shows that it could be OP's husband, but it could be someone else. Either way, it sounds like OP's husband did have sex with her, even if he was blackout drunk and can't remember. Someone replied to that, dude is lying about the blackout drunk. Anyone innocent would just say, I didn't do it. He's hedging with the blackout story in case he isn't the father and wants to try to keep claiming innocence.
I mean, that's also a possibility.
I think, yeah, he just wants to be like, it's not my fault I was blackout drunk if he is the dad, or if he isn't the dad, he's like, it's blackout drunk, it didn't happen.
I mean, we have all gotten too drunk at a party before. Mm-hmm. And, like, you know, it happens. It's not...
It does?
Yeah.
You're going to do that?
The blackout part.
Oh.
Jackass.
I was like, you're getting blackout drunk and sleeping with people, and it happens.
No, the first part.
Okay, I was like, are you destroying all my trust in you?
Damn, Kristie.
You're being so nonchalant about this husband getting blackout drunk and sleeping with some woman. It happens. I'm concerned, Josh, all of a sudden.
It happens. Sometimes you drink too much and you black out. I don't even know my point anymore because you took that completely wrong. Screw it. It's I don't know. Make him get the test.
So yeah, get that DNA test as soon as possible.
Yeah, get the DNA test, and from what husband has admitted to, I think you're allowed to be mad at him for at least that much.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think you're the asshole for not being fully on his side. He should be a little in the doghouse for not behaving.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend he needs to propose this year or I'm leaving?
Not the asshole. I do kind of hate ultimatums, but sometimes they're needed. You need to know if he's just wasting your time or not. Is he serious about this, or is he never going to propose?
My boyfriend and I have been together for 7 years. We met in college and started dating in our early 20s. Back then, neither of us was thinking too far ahead.
It is time to propose. 7 years is too long.
Marriage felt like a someday kind of thing. We were growing together, figuring things out, and honestly just enjoying being with each other. But now we're 30, and I've started feeling like I'm the only one still thinking about the future seriously. Over the past 3 years, I've brought up marriage multiple times. At first, he said he wanted to wait until he finished grad school. I understood that. Then it became about getting his career in order. He got a good job, but then it shifted again to wanting to travel more and enjoy our freedom before settling down. Every time I asked when he thought we'd take the next step, it was always some vague answer. Soon, when things settle down, after the next promotion.
I don't like this.
Last year, I thought he was finally going to do it. We went on this amazing vacation, and I genuinely believed he might propose. He didn't. When I brought it up a few weeks later, he laughed and said we had plenty of time, and that marriage was just a formality anyways. I didn't find it funny. I felt like I had been waiting for something that clearly wasn't coming.
Yep, time to get out.
You can travel and explore the world while married.
Right?
It's maybe better.
I understand waiting till you finish grad school to get married, but I even feel like you could get engaged and just be like, we're putting off the wedding until after I graduate grad school.
It's just nice to commit to that level, right?
Yeah. It's nice to know that he does plan on marrying you. And
yeah.
This, not going to leave you in limbo forever.
So, a month ago, I sat him down and told him plainly that I needed clarity. I said I didn't want to pressure him, but I also didn't want to waste more years hoping he'll change his mind. I told him I need to know that this is leading somewhere. I said if we aren't engaged by the end of this year, I'm done. I can't keep waiting while my life is on hold. He said I was giving him an ultimatum and that it felt manipulative. He told me proposals should come from love, not pressure.
I kind of agree with that, but he's put it off so long that that's no longer valid. I kind of feel like if that's his opinion, that means that he doesn't love you and he is not going to propose.
That's a good point.
So I guess it's time to get out now. Let's just break up now, not wait till the end of the year.
Yeah, it almost sounds like he said, like,
I don't love you enough to propose. And
Yeah,
that's why
right.
I haven't proposed yet. Right?
It does sound like that.
I'd throw that back in his face.
I get that. I really do. But I also feel like I've been incredibly patient. I've stood by him through job changes, his anxiety about money, his family issues. I've never once pressured him to propose on my timeline. But now it feels like he's just avoiding it completely, and I don't know if he ever really plans to marry me. I'm not trying to trap him or rush him into something he doesn't want. I just want to know if we're on the same page, or if I've been waiting for someone who doesn't actually want the same future as me.
That is valid. Wanting to make sure that you are on the same page is totally valid.
Yeah, you've spent a lot of time with this guy.
Yes.
Some of my friends think I'm doing the right thing by drawing a line. Others think I'm being too aggressive and that I should be grateful he's still committed even if he isn't proposing yet. I'm feeling torn. I don't want to leave, but I also don't want to keep dragging this out and looking back years from now wondering why I stayed. So, am I the asshole for giving him a deadline to propose, or I walk?
Sorry, some friends say that she should just be happy that he's committed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he is committed. It's been 7 years. Man up and propose or get out. Like, that's not commitment. That's just floating along because you like how things are and you don't want to change them, but you don't want to commit more.
Yeah, that's not committing to the next step.
Yeah.
Of, like, tying yourselves together.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 7 years is so long. And, like, I'm not seeing this so much as an ultimatum as more of a, hey, if we no longer have the same life goals and you are not planning on proposing to me, like, now, it's time for us to part ways because we are just not compatible anymore. And I need to go find someone who is willing to commit to me.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you that, like, sense of security, right?
Mhm.
Like, that he likes you enough that he's willing to just, like, completely commit to you. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah. And he is not doing that. I don't think he likes you enough. And, like, I don't know, at this point, I feel like he's not in it. It might just be time to leave.
The ultimatum could be a wake-up call, honestly.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like, I really like this girl. I don't want to go without her.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, hey, I got too comfortable in our current status quo.
You hope that's what he realizes.
Yes.
But he's just seeing it as manipulative on her part. And I feel like it's manipulative on his part to keep putting it off and being like, oh, after the next promotion, after we travel. He just keeps pushing it back.
Yeah.
And leading her along so that she doesn't leave him. Because he's comfortable with how things are now.
Yeah, I never liked it's manipulative to set an ultimatum argument.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is, but usually it's just the person complaining that they got called out.
Yeah.
It's you saying, hey, I need this.
And if you're not willing to give it to me, it's time to part ways.
Exactly. Top comment, you already said it.
Mm-hmm.
Proposals come from love. I'm sorry, but there's your answer.
Yeah.
After 7 years, it is fair to ask where the relationship is going. You are direct about what you need, and he now has the choice to meet you there or not.
Mm-hmm.
It is better to be clear than to keep waiting in uncertainty.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, you either gotta rip the band-aid off or staple it there permanently.
My girlfriend's little sister has a crush on me, and everyone but me thinks it's cute.
How little of a sister?
This is from True Off My Chest.
I think I can't give an opinion until I find out how little this sister is.
I'm so tired of this shit. I want to break up with my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend are in our early 20s, and she has a 14-year-old sister who has a crush on me.
That's right on that borderline where I don't know.
She's always trying to find a way to help me out, talk to me, tries to be alone with me, wears her better clothes around me, and has been getting into makeup trying to copy her sister's look.
I don't know. I feel like at 14 you gotta tell her to calm down. Like mom does.
Yeah, like under 10? Oh, it's just
adorable.
a cute little kid crush. Once they hit puberty.
Yeah, puberty has happened.
It's a little weird.
You gotta teach her how to act around boys.
I don't think it's cute the way everyone else does. They laugh and humor her and tease her about her crush on me by saying things like, I saw girlfriend's boyfriend today, or is he your boyfriend? It's so gross and uncomfortable. The recent times I've tried getting alone time with my girlfriend at her house were interrupted by her sister pounding on her door, asking us what we were doing.
No, this is kind of gross. This is behavior that is cute with a 9-year-old. And nope, it's gross.
It just blows my mind how no one thinks that it's weird and they basically encourage her. She's gotten a slap on the wrist once for trying to unlock her sister's door while we were in there together, but that's it. They all think it's just a funny little crush that'll go away. My girlfriend especially thinks it's so funny because she knows I would never go for a child. No fucking shit I wouldn't. It doesn't bother her because she's 14. I worry that one day her sister will start spinning fantasies about things we did. I'm in my 20s, for fuck's sake. I can't have a lie ruining my life.
I just worry that sister's gonna behave this way with somebody less controlled.
That's a good point. I've talked to my girlfriend about her sister's behavior and how serious I am multiple times, but she always blows me off. I really love my girlfriend and we've been together for 2 years now, but I want to call it quits. I really wanted to marry her someday too. No one is taking me seriously, and the last thing I ever need is a child saying I came on to them or something like that. I don't even visit the way I used to anymore just to avoid a fucking 14-year-old. That's depressing. My girlfriend doesn't like to come over to my apartment because I have roommates, and her house is way nicer, but I won't go over there anymore because of her sister. Just had to vent. Thanks.
I don't know. Every thing that you said would be very normal for like a 9-year-old, and I'm wondering why.
I feel like 9 is even a little old, but like a 7-year-old or something, like first grade, yeah. Oh, like you had a crush on your like kindergarten teacher, you know, that's cute.
Yeah, she's at an age where you need to teach her normal ways to act around boys she likes.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, you don't laugh it off at 14.
Also, you gotta tell her it's inappropriate to like someone who's nearly a decade older than her.
Right.
And it's her sister's boyfriend. Don't try and steal your sister's boyfriend. Come on, girls before... I don't know, what is the...
Sisters before...
Misters.
Misters.
Sisters before misters.
Also, like, you would expect, like, the parents to send the 7-year-old sister up to, like, knock on the door when they have the door closed. Like, what are you doing in there?
Uh-huh. My parents paid me $0.25 to sit between my sister and her boyfriend every chance I could get.
Yeah, but you weren't 14.
I was 12, and, like, I was still very much a child and did not have a crush on my sister's boyfriend. It was just like, I'm gonna squeeze in here! Let's play with, you know... and, like, doing dorky things.
How does your sister not hold a grudge against you? Maybe she does.
She holds a grudge against my parents, probably. She knew they were paying me. They were not subtle about it.
No, all I can think is that this is a really unhealthy thing to encourage in a 14-year-old
right?
girl.
It's so not cool to encourage this.
No.
Ask your girlfriend if she'd think it was so funny if her sister was 18. And he replied, I have, and you know what she says? But she isn't. Crazy. It's almost like she doesn't see the danger in it because she's a minor and knows that I would never touch a minor. That's not the point. The point is that the minor can lie. And I'm not a victim blamer. I'd believe the child too. Why? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You believe the victim.
I'm not even looking at it from that angle of her. She could lie, which is also a valid point.
I do feel like she's going to, like, she's so into this. He said he was worried about her, like, spinning fantasies in her head and being like, oh, me and boyfriend kissed.
Right.
You know, and stuff. And then he's going to get in trouble for, like, you know, of course you believe the kid.
She sounds very immature for her age.
Yeah. She also keeps saying how nothing bad will happen because she knows her sister. My biggest fear is that her sister will get mad one day and she's feeling a little extra delusional and then lies. All it takes is one little text message to her friend or one little accusation, and I'm done for.
He's just so fixated on his sister might lie that I'm wondering if there's something there. Like,
yeah.
She is the type to just make things up.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I already said it a couple times, my main concern is that she'll move on to another older man who is not as controlled as you, and then bad things happen. I
think his concern about the sister and lying is totally valid.
It's totally valid.
And I would make sure I was never alone with little sister. And like I think stopping going over to his girlfriend's house is smart. Like, make sure there's no question of whether or not you could have ever been alone with her.
That is a very smart idea. Never,
ever, ever see that sister again until she grows up and grows out of this.
Right? I think you're doing the right thing, and it's weird that girlfriend won't. It's weird that no one is supporting you.
Yeah. Another comment. If your girlfriend doesn't understand how frustrating it is for you, that's a good enough reason to leave. Not because of the sister, but mainly because of how your girlfriend doesn't take your feelings seriously. This will continue in other matters.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he's like repeatedly said how uncomfortable he is with this. And she's just like, oh, you're so funny. It's so funny. And he's like, no, it's not. And she's not, you know, taking him seriously.
Oh, you're uncomfortable because of sexual advances? That's so silly.
Yeah. I say don't go over there anymore. Tell your girlfriend if she wants to see you, then y'all can go out or she can come over. If she can't understand why or throws a fit after you've explained yourself over and over, then I would just dump her. Maybe, though, if you put your foot down and say you will not step foot in that house anymore, your girl and her family will finally take you more seriously.
Yeah, I don't know what to say beyond that. Like, this is an ultimatum situation.
Yeah. It really is.
It really is.
This is not okay.
No.
Yeah, I think you need to set an ultimatum, set hard boundaries, or you need to break up with her, which is sad because you really liked her, but she is not taking your feelings seriously. It's not good.
But he very clearly said, like, I was thinking about marrying this girl.
Yeah, so he really likes her.
But she is sliding into the past tense.
Yeah. In another comment, he says this is the only thing they've ever fought about and can't come to a quick resolution over. So.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Send girlfriend this comment thread of people agreeing with you.
Yeah, really, he should. So, okay, that's my story.
Okay, let's get out of here. All right, that's our last story for this week. Thanks for tuning in to Josh and Kristie Stealing the Internet.
If you made it to the end of the episode, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week.